You've read the title, you've seen my community post. If you haven't, you've read the title again. You see the Cyndaquil in my pocket, and you know this is my first official Pokemon video of the year. Round of applause me, getting back on that Pokemon grind, because you know Pokemon's my favorite franchise, and my phone just fell over. What the? But yeah, it's my first official Pokemon video in quite some time, so I thought, because it's my first Pokemon video in quite some time, get the Cyndaquil out of the pocket for this. What if we go back to my original format, when it was just a Cyndaquil, me with glasses, and a black, well, not the black screen part, because that was just poor editing. I could have just put a background, so we're not going to include that. But the Cyndaquil with glasses is coming back. Crazy to think that this is my first time in like the year using the Cyndaquil PNG. Also funny how that was my first time using that intro I made over a year ago. But regardless, today we are ranking every single Pokemon movie I've seen. And instead of doing your traditional ranking every, thing you've seen in order from worst to best, I'm just gonna be using a tier maker because it's simpler and I gotta get another video out today. We have the 10 Pokemon movies I have seen. And we're just gonna rank them. Starting off with the first chronological Pokemon movie, we have Pokemon movie 3, The Spells of the Unknown. I give it a C tier simply because it's the one I remember the least, and it's generally just my least favorite. I really like, the story behind the girl and the father. Her father goes missing because of the unknown. The entity is trying to protect her. All the wacky stuff that goes on in this movie I really do like, but it's just really forgettable and not my cup of tea. Also, just Entei's my least favorite out of, the 3 legendary beasts, or legendary dogs, cats, whatever they are. So simply, yeah. Next we have Pokemon Forever, and let's just get it out of the way. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Pokemon movie ever, simply because of all the lore and meaning that this movie has for me. So to start off, this Pokemon movie was the first Pokemon movie I ever saw. It just means a lot to me. I got it as a DVD, a gift from my mom. I cherish that disc so much. Like, I bet most of you don't even know what DVDs are. I cherish that DVD more than my own life. Then one day I came home from school. I wanted to watch that movie. I was like around 6 or 7 at the time. I wanted to watch the movie. I came home, found the disc all scratched up. So I had to throw it away. It broke me into millions of bajillions of trillions of pieces. My heart just exploded right then and there. And because I had to throw away that disc, Celebi, I swore that for the rest of my life, that Celebi would become my favorite mythical no matter what for the rest of my life. And also, this movie's just straight up, even if I didn't have all that bias towards it, it'd still be my favorite because it's just that well written. The only thing this movie could use some work on is the villain, and that's really it. Also, it's like the second or third saddest movie on this list. Next, we have Pokemon Heroes. This is the saddest Pokemon movie ever. I don't care what anyone says. It's low S, high. I'll put it high A. Yeah, high A. This movie is just so sad. I still don't understand where it takes place. I think they said where it takes place. I don't know if it takes place in Hoenn and Ash just has Johto Pokemon, or it takes place in Johto and it's just based off Italy. I'm not sure. Because, it starts the Hoenn legendaries, but Ash has Johto Pokemon. It's just so confusing to me. But regardless, this is, a really good movie. Between the characters you get to know, the villains are probably the best villains in the entire Pokemon, film franchise. Because they're actually good villains. And just the ending of this movie was perfection. I really liked it. Besides, the only thing I didn't like about this movie is it sparked a lot of controversy with the final scene, because it's the reason why people ship Ash with the Pokemon. And I'm not talking about Bayleaf, I'm talking about the other Pokemon. That's the only thing I didn't like about that movie. Other than that, I liked it. Next we have Pokemon The Wishmaker. That's a B tier. Simply because, one, I don't remember much about it. I remember the dude trying to make Jirachi open up its third eye. I remember a few scenes of the fight, and that's really it. Oh, I also remember that I think Ash, May, Max, Brock all stumbled upon a carnival or something like that, and that's how the whole movie started and kicked off. Other than that, that's all I really remember from it. But even that, it's still a good movie. This one is That one's tough. This one's tough. This is either, I don't think it's better than Pokemon Heroes. It is still definitely a really, really good movie. Like, you have two of the best legendary slash mythicals ever. So, legendary and mythical. One of the best mythicals and one of the best legendaries, and Rayquaza and Deoxys. Their beef is just legendary. Get it? You see what I did? Legendary, Rayquaza, legendary. Also, it kind of like, I like the way that one character with the blue hair that you see on the front cover. I like the way that they explore that character, because usually in Pokemon movies they don't really explore the characters that much. This one they did, and I love it for that. Basically, this movie is just awesome because I like the beginning scene of, all the Walrein given that poor child trauma and how he has to live with that trauma even though he's really fascinated by Pokemon. It's kind of like, it's like a pre-trial to Lily, before we got Lily. It's like way before we got Lily, but like, kind of like that. Also, I find it really funny how when he accidentally enters the tournament because Ash is just goofy and knocks him into the elevator. I just find it funny how when Ash is being dumb, accidentally knocks him into the tournament and he doesn't have any Pokemon. He's like, instead of giving him a strong Pokemon that he can actually fight with, he decides, yeah, just have my stupid Torkoal, just take that. Meanwhile, their opponents have a Blastoise and a Blaziken. You don't stand a chance with a Torkoal. Also, I like the way, everything about this movie is really good. And also, another thing I really like about this movie is it explores more characters than most movies. Most movies, they have like a max of 4 or 5 characters. This movie has 8 different characters. And one by one, they all get abducted, which is really sad, but also really funny. I just remember the Pulsel and Minun getting abducted. That was so sad. That broke me into pieces. Next, we got Detective Pikachu. And any Pokemon fan ever has seen Detective Pikachu. I mean, we got Ryan Reynolds himself to voice Pikachu. I think this is a huge W for the Pokemon community. And it's a good movie. I like it more than this one because I actually remember it. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was the Ambipom scene. That really terrified me. When that movie released in 2019, I was somewhere around the age of 11, 12. That movie terrified me. I'm just gonna tell you, that movie actually terrified me. I was so scared. Why does the Ambipom look like that? He looks like he's high and fiending for some crack. Next, we have Pokemon I Choose You, and this is just the goated movie. Honestly, we have such a goated movie. It actually expands on the dropped lore of the first episode of Pokemon. Ash gets Pikachu. Somehow they made the scene more emotional. Somehow, I don't know how that works, but they did. They managed it, and bravo. But it actually expands on them meeting Ho-Oh, instead of the actual series just not blatantly doing anything with it. The entire series. They find out that James is rich before they even figure out anything to do with Ho-Oh, which is crazy and makes no sense. And I'm actually happy this movie expanded upon that fact of Ash and Pikachu meeting Ho-Oh. Also, the way this movie just introduces a bunch of different Pokemon from different generations instead of just sticking to that general nostalgic bias Gen 1. Pokemon from Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Alola even. Because I'm pretty sure Alola was the most recent generation at that time. Wait, no, this movie came out in 2020 or 2021, so it was our first or second year of having Galar, so we didn't get any Galar Pokemon, which I can't complain, because if we got Alola Pokemon, I'm happy. Interrupt this video to talk about how this is also one of the saddest Pokemon movies ever. It's probably the 3rd saddest Pokemon movie ever, simply just because of the love trace scene. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Every Pokemon fan, every true Pokemon fan shed a tear during that scene, including me. Next, we have The Power of Us. This movie was really good. I liked it more than Wishes because I actually remember stuff that happened in it. Pikachu. Yeah, is it better than Detective Pikachu? I mean, the end scene of the fire and stuff was really cool to watch. Zero Aura is one of my favorite mythicals, if not in my top 5 favorite mythicals. So that was really cool to see, even though he barely got any screen time. We get a bunch of other characters, actually like in the Pokemon, the Deoxys and Rayquaza one, we actually get a bunch of characters as well in this one, which is really cool. just because of that, I'll put over Detective Pikachu, because Detective Pikachu, it was way ahead of its time, and as time went on, it got less and less hype. I still really like Detective Pikachu. If you told me to go watch Detective Pikachu, I'd do it for free. Like, you could either say watch Detective Pikachu for free or $1 million. I picked the free one. Okay, that I'm lying. I picked the $1 million because wow, $1 million for watching one of my favorite movies? Yes, please. But Power Bus was really good, and I liked it. U2 Strikes Back Evolution. So this was a 3D remake, like an 3D animation remake of the first ever Pokemon movie. At first I liked it, but then as I watched it more and more, it got more and more terrifying with like, why does Ash look like that? Look, like, he looks so weird. It's scary. It's so scary the way he looks. And then Mewtwo, just, that also was pretty terrifying. Also, this may sound, Ash, this is like the third time that Ash has died in the Pokemon series, but this is like one of his saddest but also dumbest deaths yet. Because, like, why would you try to interfere with a legendary mythical Pokemon duking it out? I get Ash isn't the smartest, but even he should have common knowledge. Like, what if that was like Giratina and Arceus? You're lucky you turned to Steel. Or what, I don't even know what that was. Did he turn to Steel? Did he just, the first time I watched that movie, I thought he turned to Metal. I thought he just became Tetsu and just called it a day. So, I don't even know what, it's so confusing. My favorite scene from this movie is probably all the Pokemon trainers rebelling against Officer Jenny, and then just like going out to sea, and then realizing that like 3 of them just died because they didn't make it. Like, it's really, really disturbing, but it's something. Like, we see like 5 different trainers go out to that castle, but only like 3 of them make it. So like 2 of them just are dead. It just confirmed dead. And the most recent Pokemon movie I've seen, and probably their most recent, because I don't know if they released any others, because this is their 23rd movie. Have they released a 24th? I don't know. I don't think they have. Unless I'm forgetting of one. I don't think they did release one, so... Okay. This movie was like a B tier. I say it's a B tier. I liked it. Zarude is an underrated mythical in my opinion. This movie is also really underrated. It, it's, I think our only movie based in Galar, which is kind of sad, I think. I'm pretty sure it's our only movie based in Galar, if I'm not mistaken. Am I? I've seen the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the Pokemon Rangers and Genesect movie, but I'm only counting movies I've seen all the way through, so yeah. I might go finish those movies, as I'm on break, which I'll explain why I'm going on break in my next video, which I'm gonna release in like an hour or so. So yeah. But yeah, here's my ranking of all the Pokemon movies, and hopefully you enjoyed it, because I know I sure did. And if you have any other things you want me to rank, let me know in the comments, and I will suggest them and see them when I get back from break.